Hello my friends, welcome to Tom's Tinkering and Adventures, day 5 of my ride from Alaska to, well, wherever we get to. So if you've watched any of my other videos here on the trip out of Alaska and heading, well, I guess eventually back to San Diego, you've seen that we went from Alaska, crossed into the border of Canada, rode a ferry over to Dawson City, rode up the Dempster Highway to Tuktoyaktuk, the very end of the Dempster Highway, dipped our toes in the Arctic Ocean, rode back, got rained on. My buddy Ken dropped his bike in the mud, got a flat tire, and we got off the Dempster Highway, camped out last night. After all that, we decided it was time to get some accommodations other than the tent. So we stopped for gas here in Whitehorse, Yukon Territory. And we got a little bit of phone signal, started looking on our phones for a place to stay. And everything seemed like it was booked up or very expensive. Well, as we were looking at the phones, I set mine down and just did a good scan of the area, and I said, hey look, there's a hotel right across the street. And it looked like the type of place that wouldn't be on a Google search. But anyway, we said let's check it out. We rode over there, and the office was inside of a bar. So that was step number one. We wanted a cold beer. So we got ourselves a cold beer and got ourselves a room. Took some stuff off the bikes and then headed over to the car wash. Cleaned off about 1,100 miles worth of dirt and mud from the Dempster Highway. So I'll take you outside here. Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
All right. You can see the luxurious accommodations here. Spacious and beautiful. There's a pub here. And we cleaned up the bikes, hit up the car wash. So I can see that it's actually white again with black rims. We knocked off about 10-15 pounds of mud. Ran into several other riders here, which is kind of cool. But life's pretty good. Life's pretty good here right now. We made it off the road. Full up with gas. What time is it? It's going on 10, I guess. Paul was asking what time it is. Going on 10. Yeah, we got a no-frills room here. Nothing fancy. About 100 Canadian dollars, Canadian yen, whatever it is. I like to pick on the Canadians a little bit, but they're amazing people here. No one has treated us bad. If you watched my other video the other day when we had an issue with Ken's bike with a flat tire, almost everybody stopped, at least slowed down and asked if we were okay. So that was all right. And then when we got here, we ran into a Canadian Army gentleman, and he bought us a beer at the pub there. Robert Roy, what is up? Canadian? No, Paul, it's the Canadian peso or the Canadian yen. I don't know what it is. They got some crazy conversion for liters and yen, and I don't know how it all works, but I know that when it says kilometers, I just say miles per hour. So if it says 90 kilometers, I just go 90 miles an hour. It works pretty good. I haven't gotten stopped yet. I don't need to get into the Canadian jail here. They may feed me poutine. Yes, Robert Roy asked if this is the inside of my tent. This is what the inside of my tent looks like. I got one of those really nice ones, so it's not bad. But we had probably one of our nicer days. It was really hot, actually. I had to strip down a little bit. I quit wearing my fleece, opened up the vents. Here's a couple other riders that showed up, and they were trying to do the same route we did. And like I said, I think we got really lucky. We made it all the way to the end of the road, and although I wanted to spend some time in the little village of, or hamlet, I guess is what they call it, of Tuktoyaktuk. We didn't spend any time there. We took a nap and then packed up our tents and bags, and we rolled the hell out of there because it was going to rain. And everyone we talked to said it rained heavily, and in fact they said it snowed a little bit behind us when we decided to stop on the road and make shelter in the abandoned shed that we found. Supposedly it snowed behind us, which would have been interesting. Would have made for an interesting story, but anyway, we made it up there and made it back. And these two gentlemen on the bikes that I just showed outside, they tried to get up there, but the rain stopped them. That road is a little bit tricky. And when we got out of the shed the other day and got to Eagle Plains, there was an ambulance there and a helicopter, and they said they had airlifted several riders out. So a lot of people just ride over their heads. They just go too fast. So we took it slow. Even going slow, Ken slipped in the mud. Maybe he was going 20 miles an hour. I mean, what can I say? He could have slowed down to 15 or 10. Maybe he would have made it. Maybe he wouldn't have. Hard to say. It was very slick. So you just got to be careful. But anyway, we got cleaned up a bit. Knocked the stink off of us. Knocked the Canadian mud off the bikes. And we're looking at the road out, what we're gonna do. So we're still unsure. There's a road called the Cassier Highway, and that's probably what we're gonna do because it's something different than the route we took up here. We were in Whitehorse on the way up, which is this kind of a connector. So we just have to decide which route we're gonna take and where we're gonna cross over into the US and what we're doing. Robert Roy is asking where I'm going to be August 11th. Why, are you buying beer? Because if you are, maybe I'll make it back. I don't know where I'll be August 11th. Not sure. I don't know where I will be tomorrow at this time. So I kind of like that. I kind of like that. Some people really like to have a rigid plan and know what they're going to be doing. I'm happy just continuing on, finding out where the road takes us.
They might be done by now.
Oh yeah, Ken is outside here. He's going to get the laundry. Yeah, we even did laundry. Feel like real humans today, but tomorrow we'll be roughing it again probably. There's a good chance. The only real thing that we wanted to do, or I really wanted to do, was to make sure that Ken got the proper inner tube for his front tire. He is still running my 19-inch tube in the front tire of his bike. You can't even see it. But it is kind of nice out here. But we rolled into town about 4:30, and the Honda shop closed at 3. And they don't open until Monday. And we don't plan to stay here that long. But we do have to look at the map and find a place that has a motorcycle shop and get a tube for this guy, because I don't feel comfortable running that 19-inch tube in that 21-inch tire for thousands of miles. Robert Roy says there's a YouTube party. Yeah, I won't. I'm not going to that. I'm sorry. I got adventuring to do. So anyway, I got Wi-Fi here, so here's your live video. I don't know when I'll be able to get another one, but I did get everything uploaded to this point. And I will try to put together a compilation video of many of the pictures that I've got. We'll see if I can get that done at some point. And I'm getting a little bit better at the video editing, so we'll see how that works. I'll try to work some of that in here. Maybe get a little bit of video and tie it in with my recap. So thank you very much for watching. Thanks for liking the videos. Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate all that. Get out there and find your adventure. Adios.